Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. Before we get into tonight's predictions, I just want to give my dad a quick shout out. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. It was great hanging out with you today. I can't wait to hang out with you again soon. So thank you. Okay, let's see what we can expect for this week, which runs from tonight through to next Thursday, February 15th. These are general predictions for everyone in the areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in personalized monthly and weekly predictions for $58 a month, you can sign up on my website, AskRebecca.guru. That's AskRebecca.guru under the predictions tab. All right, let's see what we've got here for everyone tonight. Okay, so this is another week where the unexpected pops into our lives out of the blue as a surprise. Good, bad, or indifferent, expect things to come up. Lots of mixed energies. The current energies are extremely diverse and constantly changing. You'll more than likely experience a variety of strong emotions passing through you. You'll have highs and lows this week. I don't feel like it's going to be extreme, but I just feel like again, there's just a lot of mixed energies that are floating around and they affect everybody differently. So whatever comes up in your life, don't take anything too personally or make any important decisions until the energy settles down. And you'll know things have calmed down when you feel more stable and feel more grounded. You'll be feeling less emotional waves passing through you. So you'll just feel more balanced overall. Even though you'll experience a wide range of energies and emotions, some of the energy will will be a feeling of motivation. So I feel like you'll be motivated. And what you want to achieve isn't going to happen without extra effort. So get clear, get focused, get motivated, and put that energy to good use by putting in your full effort and pushing through with what you want to get accomplished. So be brave. Fear will be there. You just have to push through it. You know, fear doesn't ever disappear, right? Fear is something we're going to experience as humans on some level as we work through it. The fear becomes less and less, but anytime we make changes or anytime we make choices, there's going to be some fear that arises within us. But again, it's about you pushing through that fear and just realizing, like, don't let that block you in your life. And once you push through it, it disappears and you move on and things are great. And then you end up making another choice and the fear comes up and you say, okay, and you move on. You know, I know it sounds easier said than done, but it is really that simple once you get the hang of it. Fresh new energies are coming into everyone's life. When these energies first arrive, they clear out everything and anything that keeps you from being your true divine self and living a happy, fulfilled life. So it's a purging process. So sometimes it shows up in the form of subtle changes. Other times it shows up with a complete deconstruction of your life. Situations, people, places, and things show up in order to get you to experience repressed emotions, memories, and suffering that you've held on to for way too long. So for some of you, this can be an uncomfortable process. I mean, it's uncomfortable for everybody. You just have to choose to not fight it. So again, like, if you can realize this purging is actually a good thing and allow yourself to stay in the moment dealing with one thing at a time by not taking it personally or beating yourself up, you'll be amazed at the transformation in yourself and every other area of your life. Everyone's on their own path and will experience things differently at times. For some of you this week, you'll be in the deconstruction phase. Stay positive. If you struggle with anything, reach out to people that you trust or that you care about. I'm always available as well. Some of you have actually been going through this phase for a while and you'll finally see some relief. So I feel like you've finally let go of the old to make way for the new. And to me, it feels like the new's going to be on your doorstep this week. Like, I just kept having this vision of the word new knocking on your front door, basically. So I feel like there's some pleasant surprises for some of you this week. This week, you'll also be awakening to the fact you're responsible for everything in your life. You'll take responsibility for your choices and make changes. Now, this isn't about beating yourself up for past choices. It's about realizing you have control over the things that are manifesting in your life. You'll realize your role in things and accept this fact. And by doing so, you'll just have taken responsibility for yourself. So when you make others responsible for the things in your life, or you make them responsible for your happiness, you are giving away your power and you become a victim. So focus on solutions. There are always solutions to any problem or issue that arises in your life. Just take responsibility, accept responsibility for the choices. Yes, there's other people that play roles in our lives, but they show up to serve a purpose. And if you can just always remember the bigger picture, you're not meant to be here suffering and miserable, and you can take control over your life, and you do have way more power than what you can even imagine. Another important theme for this week is allowing yourself to take joy and pleasure in the little things in life. This is one that I struggle with a lot. Anytime I'm like out having fun and I realize I'm actually having fun and I'm enjoying myself, all of a sudden I'll start feeling guilty, like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun and there's other people out there struggling. Or then I'll worry about, I'll secretly be telling myself, oh, you should be focused on your goals. You shouldn't be out having fun. You should be working right now. So this is something easy to fall into. I feel like we all do it. There's moments where we just can't let go and enjoy our accomplishments, enjoy what we do have in our lives, enjoy the people in our lives, because we've just kind of been conditioned to always, focus on more, struggle, fight. Like it just feels like you're constantly having to fight to get ahead in life. And I feel like we've been conditioned to believe that in some way. It's ridiculous. We're here to have a good time and learn and grow. And this week I feel like practice letting yourself be happy. And I plan on doing the same. For a few of you, I feel like this will come in the form of you actually having to take a chance on something new in your life. So it could be like a new person coming into your life, a new job opportunity, anything that's new and out of the realm of your normal day-to-day life. If something pops up, I feel like you really need to seize the opportunity, because this is something that is going to allow you to have more joy in your life. So if that's you, take the chance. This week, lots of energy surrounding finances and money. Some will be worried and stressed as usual. A few will see signs that things are turning for the better financially. Then there's those of you who will experience some jealousy over a friend or family member's successful financial situation. I just see like some of you are, comparing yourselves to your neighbor or your friend, or a little envy and jealousy can arise, but don't look at it like that. Just take a higher perspective and look at the situation. Wow, look, this person was able to achieve this. If they can do it, then so can I. Anything that anybody accomplishes, we can accomplish the same amount of success based on where we are in life. So try not to compare yourself, because that just stresses you out. Then there are some of you who I feel like you'll be stepping into a different and bigger role in your working life, which will bring more abundance. I recommend viewing money as energy, and remember, abundance doesn't always show up in the form of money. Abundance is not just about cash. Abundance is, people in your life that support you emotionally. There's people giving of their time. There's food in your refrigerator. So it can show up in multiple different ways. So don't always just focus on the money part of it. Work, for those of you employed, overall work will be going okay for the majority. Some of you will be surprised with new business or new procedures at work. A few will actually be offered jobs, which will have you considering leaving your current employment situation. I feel like for all of you, for anybody that this situation happens this week, I feel like this is your opportunity and you should seize it, and it will be for the better. And even if this new job offer maybe you have to take a step back, like maybe it's $1 or $2 less an hour, I still feel like even though it feels like you may be going backwards, I feel like overall it's going to bring more abundance and joy into your life. So strongly consider that if this opportunity arises for you. I do feel like a handful of you will be putting in your resignations. I feel like some of you are just like, you know what, I'm done. Job's been great. It's been beneficial, but I feel like I want to grow and expand. And I feel like there's going to be a few of you that actually put in your resignations because you're ready to take another leap in your life. And I would just remind you not to burn bridges, because you never know who you will need in the future, right? Or who's connected to who. So don't burn bridges. I also feel there's a few of you who really need to ask for more responsibilities at work or ask for a promotion so that you can get a pay bump, and you deserve it and you need it. And I feel like there's a few of you that have just been kind of going along and silently, feeling like, what the heck? Why aren't I getting a pay raise? Why aren't I getting a promotion? Well, you know what? Some companies, if you're quiet and you're just doing your thing, they're not going to give you more money. So sometimes you have to ask for what you want, and you can do it in a professional manner and just say, hey, I'd like to take on more responsibilities and maybe a promotion. Let me prove myself, and then throw a couple bucks my way, right? And then for some of you that have been in places like this, and if you get shot down with asking for a raise or a promotion, I do feel like you need to start looking outside of your current situation. Sometimes you have to move jobs in order to make more money. That is just how it goes, and it won't be a bad thing. Work, for those of you that are looking for a job, I feel like some of you are going to receive job offers this week, so that's a positive. The rest of you, I just feel like you're still going to be pounding the pavement, doing the usual, applying, sending out resumes, all that stuff. Just stay positive. I feel a lot of jobs coming towards you. So I feel like you'll have choices and options in the future. And it's, March feels like a really good month for the employment for people. Love, committed relationships. I feel like it's a pretty decent week in the love department. Feels more like some of you lovebirds falling deeper in love with one another, and there's going to be deeper levels of commitment, and depending on where you are in your relationship, it could be engagement, it could be marriage, it could be more intimacy, it could be more of an emotional connection with your partner. And for some of you, you might be getting pregnant or even having babies. So enjoy that and really enjoy it. There are a few couples out there who I feel are going to fall into a negative cycle this week, and it feels like it's going to be over finances. So you might be bickering over money, or, stressing out about money, and you're getting at each other. For some of you, it feels like there's actually a jealousy happening in some way in your relationship over money. And some of you, it's about greed. Like some of you are, just hanging on too tight. Like you're maybe going and spending money on clothes and shopping and doing stuff, but then you get upset with your partner if they want to spend, $50 on something they want. So just take a look at things. Definitely don't get into that or comparing yourselves. Oh, and speaking of comparing, I do feel like there's going to be a few of you that are going to be bickering about, like, you're going to be comparing your lists of, this is what I do for you. Like, I show up in this way, and I do the dishes, and I do the laundry, and I do this, and I go to work, and da-da-da-da-da. And I just feel like you're going to get stuck in this cycle of arguing, and just remember why you fell in love, and take responsibility for your actions, and listen to each other and work through it. Compromise and communication are super important. Those of you looking for love, excuse me, those of you looking for love, okay, so my singles who are putting themselves out there and are open to having a relationship, I just feel like you guys are really going to have a great week. So I'm super excited for you. I do feel like there's a new relationship very likely to develop or begin. For some of you, it feels magical. You know, it's a totally unexpected connection. So it just feels like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this. And so that's super exciting. And then for some of you, it feels like you're going to meet Mr. or Ms. Wonderful through your work or through their work. So it kind of feels like if you have any work functions or get-togethers, to make sure that you're attending. And if there aren't any like work functions or something where you're doing something with your coworkers, then I feel like it means that you need to be going out and socializing, because you might run across this individual at their job, or that individual out and about with their company doing something, and you randomly meet them. And the other possibility for some of you actually felt like you potentially were meeting this person while you were at your workspace or theirs. So like maybe you go into a place of business and boom, all of a sudden you meet Mr. Wonderful or Miss Wonderful, or they come to your place of business, or you're on the phone with them, or I don't know how it's exactly going to play out, but something along those lines. I'm nosy. I love you guys. I want to know, all my single people, if you meet someone. Because I'm super excited for you guys. You know that. Okay, finances. I feel like increase for some of you through work. I do feel like some of you are going to get lucky with scratch offs. It's just that kind of energy week. I don't feel like lottery winnings. To me, it feels small lumps of cash. I feel like somebody might stumble across a $10 bill on the ground and there's no one around who can claim it or who it belonged to. Put it in your pocket. It's yours. There may even be one of you who accidentally gets an extra like $20 bill from the ATM machine by mistake, and it doesn't get deducted from your account. You know, hey, I think that's the divine saying, hey, you deserve an extra 20, so take it. Then I feel like there's a few of you who are constantly stuck in the mindset of lack and not having enough. And I feel like you're just going to be stressing out as usual. Like it's going to be the same thing. You're stressed. You're freaking out about money. I just feel like if you could really take a look at your life, you'll see you're stable. You're not lacking in food, not lacking in clothes. You have a roof over your head, and even the occasional concert or dinner out. So change your mindset to feeling abundant and grateful for what you have, and then be open to receive. Health, overall health is the usual for everyone. If you've been sick, you'll continue to be sick. And I keep getting the message to believe in miracles. I'm also getting a warning for some of you not to take stupid risks this week. Know your physical limitations. If you know you have a bum knee, don't go jumping off of anything. Some of you have the mindset that without money, you can't make healthy lifestyle changes. Start small by thinking positive, eating healthier, no fast food, resting, and going for a walk. Spirituality, sorry, I'm speeding things up. I only have 10 minutes and I want to get to my caller. Spirituality, taking responsibility for and trusting yourself is definitely coming up this week. Some of you need to get out and meet people, connect with like-minded individuals. Get on meetup.com and find a meditation group or a car group or a dog group or anything you're interested in. Find your people and get out of your house so you can stop feeling sorry for yourself. Go, have some fun, enjoy your life a little bit, make some friends. You need it. That's the end of this week's predictions. Let me go ahead and jump to my caller. Let me see who I have this evening, if I can get my fingers to work here. Oh, I have Lauren in Pennsylvania. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you this evening?
I kind of just want to know, I guess, relationship kind of thing. Because I feel something with a connection with somebody at work. It's kind of complicated because, like, he's, like, my boss, and he makes me feel a way that, like, I just kind of want to know, like, if I'm wasting my time with him or, like, if you see anything, like, going on with that.
Okay, so I feel like if you guys are still like kind of in like the flirtation state, like I don't feel like you've completely gone to the side of like, hey, we're in love, let's have a relationship, right? It's still very like new and kind of exciting.
Yeah, like I would say like we kind of like flirt, but we keep it like very like professional because like obviously like he's my boss, like I'm an employee, but like also supposedly there's like a rumor going around that he's like gay, but like that's what like was kind of like confusing with me because he makes me feel a way that like nobody has ever made me feel before, and that's why like I'm so confused on it because like I feel like there's something there, and I didn't know if there's something like possible like potential coming from it, or if I'm just wasting my time.
Well, I feel what you're saying because the vibe that I have from him is there is a level of flirtation, and I do feel like he's kind of like leading you in subtle ways. But I also have this feeling, like I'm not picking up on whether or not he's gay. That's not coming up for me. But what I am picking up on is that there's a possibility there may be somebody else that he's actually kind of dating. Like I don't know that he's in a committed relationship, but I feel like there's somebody else there. So I would just be careful with that. And just the fact that you work together. So I don't know how well you know him or how long you've worked for him, but I kind of feel like the energy from him is a little bit like, I don't want to say playboy, but like, I just feel like he's, I don't know. I feel like he's sought after and he gets attention and that he's into that, right? And then when like, I feel like maybe with you, you're not quite as like trying to get his attention that hard. So he's interested in you. So he likes like maybe trying to reel you in. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but that's just the vibe that I have.
Yeah, like it's weird because like I've been there for like a year. And he kind of was off for 6 months because, like, he got cancer. So, but it's, like, I noticed, like, when I'm there, it's just, like, I notice, like, we always make eye contact. Like, I notice, like, because I'm a host there, like, he'll come stand, like, by me. Like, he won't ever stand by, like, anybody else. Like, he'll always come by me. And, like we always look at each other. So, like, it's like, kind of weird. Like, I really don't know much, like, about him. And I think he doesn't know much about me. I think it's just kind of, like, we're still kind of, like, flirting with each other and still trying to feel each other out because, like I said, you know, he's my boss and I'm, like, an employee. So I think we're trying to keep it, you know, as professional as you can.
I feel like there's a possibility. It's really going to be dependent on, I feel, him because it's weird. Like, I feel like he's kind of testing you in some way because again he's your boss, so I feel like in the back of his head he has this concern about, you know, saying or doing the wrong thing, or what if something goes wrong and then you could, you know, claim sexual harassment or you know, it could go ugly, and I feel like he's got that in the back of his head, so I feel like he's treading lightly, and it feels like there's a possibility that things are going to escalate in the flirtation, and I feel like both of you are going to get more and more brave with being open about what you're feeling. And I kind of feel like you'll see that in March, and then I feel April will be more intense, but I almost feel like once he kind of gives you a clear indication, he's going to look to you to like make the move.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Right? I feel like that's there is a possibility. I don't know if you guys have any kind of like party or work thing. Like, I almost feel like there's a possibility that you're going to be out and about somewhere where things will be more relaxed and he'll be more open, and then that's when things will kind of escalate. So I don't know if you guys have something coming up in like March, April timeframe, but I do feel like you're the one that would have to make the move because he's got that business side of him that is concerning. And then I feel like do some digging, because I just feel like there may be someone in his life. I don't know how serious it is, but I just feel like there's something there.
Okay. Because I tried to do digging, because, like, I tried to find him on Facebook. He did have Facebook, but, like, couldn't really get to it because it was, like, private, and, like, the pictures and stuff, like, goes back from him, like, being gay. Like, he had a lot of, like, male friends, and, like, a lot of his friends were, like, married and stuff, so that's why I'm kind of really confused, because I was like, okay, maybe he is gay, but maybe he's not, because, like, I get a lot of, maybe he doesn't know, like, what he is yet, but I tried to do some digging in that, but now it's, like, such, like, private, where, like, you can't even, like, really see, like, anything, so that's the only thing I could really do besides, like, digging, unless if I, like, talk more, I guess, find out more, I guess, at work.
Right. Yeah, I would, like people that know him, or maybe people that have been at the company longer and know a little history about him. When I try to connect with whether or not he's gay, I just am not getting, there could be a possibility where he's just fluid neutral, like, you know, maybe bisexual in some way. But it really just feels like, I don't know. I just really don't know that he's gay, but, you know, it's not an exact science because it's an energy, and, like, it's hard to distinguish that when I'm connecting with someone energetically. But I do feel like there's a possibility. I would just, in this moment, like, I don't see you guys, like, getting married and living happily ever after. Right now, it's just still in the possibility phase, and it really could go either way. But if it's going to go somewhere, it's going to happen between now and April.
Oh, awesome. I'm so excited. Yay.
Just do me a favor and make sure that you think about, you know, because if anything goes wrong, you just want to make sure that both of you are going to be able to be mature enough, since you work together, right? Like, you don't want to burn any bridges. So just keep that in mind, and let me know how it goes, because I want to know.
Definitely. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'll definitely let you know.
Wonderful. Well, Lauren, thank you so much. I only have 30 seconds left, and I probably don't even have that. I'm notorious for going over. Thank you so much for calling in tonight, and thank you all for tuning in. I look forward to connecting with you next week. Have a great one. Bye.